My brother and I discovered that our wives were having an affair with the same man. They not only openly pursued him but also spent $1 million at an auction banquet just to make him happy. Everyone was laughing at us, but little did they know, this was all part of our plan. It didn't seem that way when I woke up. Marcus handed me a bowl of warm water. "Ashton, you didn't have to risk the child like this." Marcus looked at me with a pained expression. "Marcus, you taught me that you have to give up something to gain something. Besides, I know what I'm doing. This child is important," I replied as I took the bowl from him and started drinking. "By the way, where's Maddie?" I asked Marcus. He looked at me with a hint of sorrow in his eyes and sighed. "She's with Jack. Yesterday, they were caught in a photo that looked like they were kissing. Today, you caused a scene at the Scott groups and got sent to the hospital. Jack has been exposed on the internet." I put down the bowl and asked, "Does Mr. Bernice Scott know about this?" "He does, but it's just a scandal involving his grandchildren. The impact on the stock price and bidding is still under control," he replied. "Marcus, I think we should carry out the next step of the plan." In the afternoon, Marcus took me back to the villa, where my in-laws were also present. When I saw my mother-in-law, Ray, sitting on the couch, I ran over and hugged her waist, crying. "Mom, Maddie cheated on me. I'm still carrying her child. How could she do this?" I sobbed. "I remember when we were traveling abroad, I even took a bullet for her. Back then, when Maddie and I had just gotten married, she said she wanted to take me to France for a trip. It was common knowledge that it was because Jack was studying there, and her parents wouldn't allow her to visit him alone. So, she had to bring along her newlywed husband, me, to make the visit seem legitimate. However, as soon as we arrived in France, we encountered a robbery, and the robber fired a shot at Maddie. I quickly pulled her away and took the bullet for her. I was rushed to the nearest hospital and underwent 3 days and nights of emergency treatment, followed by 3 months of recovery back in our home country. After that incident, Maddie and I quickly grew closer. Everyone thought she had forgotten about Jack and was peacefully settling down at home. "Ashton, you're pregnant now. Don't get too excited," Ray patted me on the shoulder. "Ashton, what happened today was indeed Maddie's fault. I've already asked Jesse to handle the public opinion. From now on, I'll handle our family matters behind closed doors, so as not to cause a stir," my father-in-law, Joe, said in an authoritative tone as he sat on the sofa. "Marcus, keep an eye on Ashton and don't let him make a scene. It's not just a critical time for the Scott Group's bidding, but also a new phase in the cooperation between the Scott family and the Brooks family." "Okay, Dad, I understand. I'll take good care of Ashton. But this time, Maddie was indeed in the wrong." "I know, Maddie did overstep this time. So, in a few days, you will take over the bidding work with Jesse." I cried in Ray's arms, feeling overwhelmed. I thought Joe was too stingy. I almost had a miscarriage because of Maddie, yet she didn't face any consequences, only a cooperation with the Brooks family. But as long as Marcus could be involved in the bidding, it would be fine. As expected, within 24 hours, all the negative publicity about Maddie had been cleaned up. The explanation given to the public about Maddie and Jack's relationship was that they had been childhood friends, and the kissing photo was a result of the angle of the shot. During this time, Maddie didn't even call me to explain. I felt a sense of relief. The next evening, I learned from Maddie's friend that she was taking Jack to the jewelry auction banquet at the Crown Hotel. How could this banquet be complete without me, Maddie's rightful husband? I called my stylist team and told them about it. I wanted a sexy and classy look. At 7 o'clock in the evening, the banquet officially began. I was wearing exquisite makeup and Dior's latest red evening gown, a waist-fitted A-line dress, cleverly concealing my 2-month-old pregnancy. As I entered the banquet hall, everyone's gaze turned towards me.